Good girl. Oh, Begonia. Hello, darling. Kiss, kiss. Mwah. Hello everybody, Bamboo Betty here, lover of cats, plants, snacks and knickknacks. Only gone and done it. You've done it, I've done it, we've done it. There's 300 of us. Honestly, I can't tell you how absolutely thrilled and delighted I am, and also thoroughly amazed because exactly a year ago, I mean exactly to the day, I was miserable, fed up with the whole show in England and traipsing up the hill to get my horrible little car MOT'd, and I thought I have to break this misery and boredom. I'll just film everything all the way up. And it was absolute nonsense. It was rubbish. It was just rambling. It was just random shots of things on the road, and that was it. And that was when I decided that I was going to go back to my roots, my filmmaking roots, and I absolutely didn't care how bad it was going to be. And I still don't. And it's still pretty bad, but it's better. Oh, well, you could be the judge of that. Well, obviously it's better because a year ago I had no subscribers. No one was watching what I was doing, which I didn't mind, but it's much better with you watching. And now I've got 300. It's 300 of us. It's like having a proper gang, and I love it. It's definitely better. I'm sure my videos are better because as a sort of little personal, little sort of reminder memoir little moment, I did it again. Obviously last week's video was filming walking up that bloody hill to that bloody MOT garage for that bloody car. Oh, there's another story there anyway. And it was sort of like, well done, girl. You kept it going. You didn't give up. Every single week, you did it. You put one out. And honestly, I feel quite proud of that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And what I've enjoyed more is you lot finding the videos and watching them. Not only watching them, I love the thumbs up. Even better than the thumbs up and the watching. The comments, honestly, I just think it's amazing. I love hearing your stories. I think it's amazing. I will always think it's amazing. And I know everyone can access everything and everyone now. And, we're kind of sort of overloaded. But it's still precious when there's like a quiet little corner going on. Me showing you my knickknacks and you saying you like them. Anyway, I've got some fabulous knickknacks this week. I was just having a little moment there, a moment together with you. So yeah, I've got my cherries there. Look, hold on. I can't believe it. Begonia Coconut is out in the yard, and she hasn't been going out very much because she's a little bit, I don't know, she's a bit nervous for some reason. I think she might have got a fright from a big bird. And now there's a bastard fly in the room. I hate them. Can you hear it? Oh, it's a big one. Oh, you swine. Right, I'm going to have to get it. I'm going to get it. I've just got to get some sort of murder weapon for the fly, and it followed me out, thank God. So I've trapped it in another room. It can stay in there until this is over. And I just saw Begonia Coconut out of the window. Look at this. Are you all right? Are you okay? Not a little stressed at all? I'm not going to stroke you. Look. That's my daughter. What a girl. She's full of grace. Anyway, so that was just now. That's happening live outside. And I just went out earlier to get the snacks for today's video. And I finally dragged the chair out to do some cherry picking. And here they are, look. So isn't that cool? There's a couple more that I couldn't reach. But yeah, I grew these from babies. They were the 4 fruit trees that I bought years ago from the supermarket. And trust me when I tell you that I've written a hilarious little blog on my website, what I never go to or open or update. But there's a link to it in the description underneath this video. And oh, anyway, it's Bamboo Bay, and it's about the 4 fruit trees who I christened John, Paul, George and Ringo. This is the fruit of George, obviously the best beetle and the best tree. So I'm going to eat these. That was one of those beautiful amber glasses that I hummed and hawed about buying from the charity shop because I thought, don't want to smash them. It's inevitable. However, while they are still all in one piece, I've got some supermarket brand cola, and that is my tragic level of fun juice. I can't drink anymore. I'm allergic to alcohol. Garlic, no. Too much salt, no. Anything that's a bit of fun, really, allergic. Oh, God. So I used to love, as my little bit of fun, Pepsi Max. I used to call it Smacks. And I gradually couldn't take that anymore. My whole body, as it gets older, is just going, no, that's too strong for you. So now all I can manage is like a supermarket home brand cola. Literally. And some of those are too strong. I have to buy the absolutely lowest grade cola for sort of like baby, for babies, for introducing babies to soft drinks. That's me. What they call gateway cola. So yeah, that's what I've got. And obviously no ice because I'm English. Oh my God. They were the best cherries I've ever had in my life. They were so sweet and tangy and juicy. Variety was called Stella. They were incredible. There's 2 more up there. I'm going to have to get the ladders out. They're not going to the birds or the slugs. Oh, amazing. So, right then, let's get on with the show. Sorry, I really wanted to use the tripod, the little mini tripod that I bought in a charity shop and then found the adapter. But I've got the adapter, but no, I can't find the little mini tripod. But it doesn't matter because, AI and global warming. So, after last week's trials and tribulations of the MOT stress, anxiety breakdown and the old cigar butts, the phantom smells, I thought, God, this week I can just take it easy, relax, enjoy the delights of life a little bit. I thought I'll just have a quiet little jolly down to my favourite post office to send 2 things that I sold on eBay on Sunday. I think it was a blouse and something else and a swimsuit, and they were both very nice. And I thought, yeah, I'll just have a quiet little pootle. Won't get into any trouble. So off I went, pootled away like a little old lady in a little old lady's car, and got within about 200 yards of the post office, and a feral child was cycling up the wrong side of the road on the dual carriageway towards me in the middle of the road on his feral child bicycle. Well, to avoid a head-on collision and having my life ruined by some feral child boy, I swerved slightly, didn't touch the other car, didn't cause any accidents, but it was slightly towards a van being driven by a man. God forbid you cross the line into their space. He started screaming, honking, blasting, swearing. So my hormones are raging. So I started honking and swearing and blasted back at him. And that angered him even more. Blasted, honking, swearing, fist waving, window down. I thought, no, mate. Your company name is emblazoned all over your van. Somebody at your company is about to endure the wrath of a furious menopausal woman incoming. So I very quietly parked up. Flies back. I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, so I very quietly parked up outside the post office and I Googled the name of the company and pressed phone. Well, oh, did you see it come at me? Oh, he's gone again. His days are numbered. The fly, I mean. Yeah, so anyway, what sounded like a very a weary middle-aged lady, a bit like me, answered the phone. I said, oh, hello. Do you have a driver who had been coming down a particular road, I mean the road, towards a certain place? And she said, oh, let me just have a look. I said, don't bother looking. I'll tell you that you did because. And then I explained the situation. And I said, I don't want anything. I don't want an apology or a prize or a reward or a consolation. I said, I just don't want him to get away with it because he thought he was all safe in his little van. But I'd like you to destroy him, please. And she said, it would be my pleasure. So we shared our sort of our shared experiences of, life and this. And I said, God, I just wanted to have a little poodle, like a little old, quiet, innocent lady. And I'm either going to be put in prison for killing some little prick or murdered by some big dick in a truck van. And it's like you're literally stuck between a prick and a dick. I just thought, seriously, just dematerialize me or them. Anyway, we had a good conversation, and Steve won't forget it. So then I went into the post office and I explained to another, a woman of my age and experience what had just happened. She went, tell me about it. She was nearly murdered on the motorway by a wagon. I said, they're the worst, the absolute worst. He was probably watching porn on his phone in the cab. And she said, oh, I know. And then she's got this, a manager who is his sole job is to call her up and tell her what she's done wrong every day. And I said, right, okay, don't worry. I'll put a curse on him for you. Worry no more. Curse incoming. Well, it was like my witchy poo wishes were granted on the spot because as I left, I just thought, oh, I'll just pop into the charity shop, the thrift store next door. And I walked in on the floor, better than my biggest, bestest bolo, be on the lookout for, was this vintage orange enamel mid-century cauldron. Bloody cauldron. Oh my God, it's what I've been searching for. No more death from chickpeas. Seriously, this is just like the pot of my dreams. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the colour. And let me show you inside. It's just pristine, ready for all the curses and spells and witch bitchery it can handle. And by the size of it, it can handle a lot. I can't believe it. Seriously, talk about rewarded by karma. because of the shape of it, and that, I mean, it's so tall, and this sort of, oh, that fly. How did you get out of where I looked you? Maybe it's another one. Maybe it's the one that's been sent to go and rescue its friend. Um, they're a bit like soldiers. Right, I'm going to get it. Get it, but it's gone out. I use this stain remover. There you go, look. This is not bleach. I've written that on. I use Pink Stuff stain remover to kill the flies because I don't want to use any insect spray because of begonia and the plants and me and everything like that. So and all the other creatures. So I use stain remover. So far, we've all survived except the flies. Yeah, look at the size of it. Huge. And I think just by doing a little Google when I got home that it's actually a vintage deep fat fryer. There's one that's slightly similar, Danish in design, and it had a sort of like a mid-century print on the front. But this one's completely plain in that fantastic flambe orange. um, yeah, and it was a deep fat fryer. It had a sort of insert inside. This one hasn't got an insert, and I think it's probably been used once or twice. It's gonna get the life absolutely burnt out of it. Chickpeas for days. Fabulous. That was Monday, and I was just triumphant, just feeling like an absolute triumphant warrior, treasure hunting warrior all day and all week. So I was just basically working, and I've started taking lots of really lovely pictures for my Etsy store. There's 5 pieces of really gorgeous jewellery. I picked out 5 of my favourite pieces to start with, and obviously, I mean, it's just the tip of the iceberg of what's coming. So I'll let you know when there's a good selection up there, and just, I mean, you don't even have to buy anything. Just, I'd be grateful if you could have a look, but I'll let you know when that's done. So that was a ton of work, and obviously, whenever you start something, every little process takes so long, and then after you've been doing it a few weeks or months, you wonder how it took you so long, because you can just, whiz through stuff in seconds or minutes. I say that. That's absolute bollocks. Everything takes ages, forever. But I'm still feeling buoyant and optimistic from my little scores. So, from the charity shops close by, basically the ones in between me and the garage station, the petrol station, where I go to pick up my things that I've bought online and drop off some things that I've sold online. There's a couple of charity shops, so I've been foraging around in there, and I found this. It's nothing particularly valuable. You can get them on Amazon for about £10, but I thought it was fantastic. Look, it's a feng shui. Is it going to focus? Feng shui bracelet. It's faux obsidian, the beads, and forgive me, I can't remember the name of this little fella. I'm sure you'll all know, but he's part dragon, part horse, and then part some sort of mythical creature. But I thought he was adorable. There he is. Love him. So I bought that. That was, what was that, 50p? That was 50p. Reminds me of someone. What else did I get? Yeah, and I got this Brutalist vintage. We aren't sure. We, as in me and the lady in the shop. I think, and she thinks also, that it. Oh, look at that. Sorry. Just put that over there. That it's a depiction of Adam and Eve, because there's a man and a woman with a serpent, and that it's a belt, and this is sort of like a medallion belt, but that's gonna bang bang bang. So I'm not sure really, but like, it's a very long chain. If you know what that could be, if it's some sort of theatrical piece, like a part of a costume, or if it's just purely just someone's fantasy in the 1970s. Yeah, just leave a comment if you know. But it's very, very heavy, and it's quite sort of functional, brutalist style with that, you know, hint of medieval. There's something of the theatre production amdram about it, but it could be more than that. So don't know. I just bought it. It was £1. So it's very big and it's quite long. So there's part of me that thinks it's maybe for a man, for a man's costume or something. I don't know. I absolutely love him. Everything about him. Look at his toes. Look at his tail. Look at his little hat. Amazing. I think these are made in Africa for the tourist market, I think. A little chameleon, but it's proper welded. Sorry, that was a bit slang. But it's been properly manufactured. So lots of work has gone into it. And the character, look at his little face, if it will focus. Amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Sorry to look on your undercarriage there, mister. But yeah, love him. Absolutely love him. And I got another Mexican tile. This is a beautiful hummingbird. Oh, sorry, that was £3. That was £2, £1. This was 50p. And do you remember it matches the one I got from the other charity shop that I paid £2 for? So I'm getting a nice little collection, if a two can be a collection. I think so. Had a look online. This one's worth about £25, I think. This one's worth about £8. Different companies make them, but they're both from Mexico. And you can buy these new online now. I think they're about £8 each, and you can get plain ones and floral ones. So I'll keep a lookout for those. Lovely. I also found this, which I wasn't sure if it was a sort of vintage 80s, 90s art sculpture piece. You know, lots of those sort of Alessi type, not from Alessi, but Alessi style objets d'art were made in the 90s. Oh, sorry, I've just been up the stairs to get it. Yeah, so this sort of reminded me of that, but then I wasn't sure if it was just something that Amazon knocked out. And I'm sort of right on both counts. I think this one is actually vintage. I think it's a glove dryer or a 1990s little objet d'art, you know, for the office desk, that type of thing. It's chromed and it has some corrosion, but it's chromed, which makes me think that it is actually sort of vintage and higher quality. There's also one listed on First Dibs, I think, for over £100. That one's perfect. This one, I've actually listed this on eBay. I think I put it up for 40, I think, something like that. Because I'm pretty sure it is what it is, vintage, and but the problem is that there are lots of sort of mass-produced ones which are not the same but look the same, that are for putting your rubber gloves on by the kitchen sink. So, you know, I don't know, I'm just testing the water, see if someone knows what it is out there. But it's different to the ones that you can buy for 20 quid on Amazon. So who knows? I just thought it was cool anyway. I can't remember what I paid for that. £3 or £4. And also, I thought I'd shown you this in another video, but I think I got it at the same time as the clapping hands. Oh, they do this sort of thing. Is this absolutely, nearly dropped it. Absolutely beautiful brooch. It's a stick pin brooch. This is all of me. It really, truly is. So 80s, it hurts. Um, it's got a possibly gold plated on the back because it rubs, but the base I think is brass or some sort of um, other metal. It's not a gold brooch. Um, and the stones I think are glass or very hard resin. And it's just really Dior, isn't it? It's like the sort of Dior Versace of the 80s. The primary colours, the sort of simplicity, absolutely love it. And the pin is quite thick, so it's for a coat or a jacket. I've tried it on a blouse and it puts too much of a big hole in it, but I just think it's amazing. I have that listed for 24, I think, £24. And the last knick-knack I've got to show you, but oh lordy, have I got some fashion for you. Brace yourself. Seriously, brace yourself. um, I've got an open delivery. I got home yesterday after a failed attempt to go to the flea market because the bloody car broke down again. Wandered up and down the dual carriageway. Seriously, just thinking, this life, this car. I would not have minded if the bloody thing just burst into flames instead of constantly overheating. It gives you no warning. All of a sudden, you think you've done everything you can to prepare, you've given it everything it needs, filled up everything to the max, and then you just kind of just too far from home on a dual carriageway, and the meter goes vroomp. Switch the engine off and step out of the vehicle. Oh, God. Anyway, that's what happened yesterday. Very early in the morning. I hadn't had my breakfast. I was going to have it at the flea market. I was not in the mood for it. Anyway, walked up and down the dual carriageway looking for a shop that sold coolant. Just bought 5 litres, 5 separate bottles of coolant and dragged it down the bloody dual carriageway. Wagons and trucks blasting past me. Oh, do you know what I mean? Oh, the absolute misery. This is literally a week after its MOT. I just don't know what to do about it. You can't. Anyway, when I finally got home, hours later, empty-handed and absolutely miserable about it, there was a parcel put through the front door, just tucked under some bin bags that are prepared to go to the tip. So I just saw a little corner of the bag and I thought, hello, thank you, universe. So I literally haven't got a clue what it is. I can't remember what I bought. I have no idea. Just cruising the internet in the middle of the night, just tapping things and buying them. So let's open it together. All right. I would use the tripod, but I don't know where it is. So hang on. Oh, sorry about that noise for all the noise sensitive people. Sorry. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought, gold crocodile. Oh, it's nice. Whatever it is, it's wrapped nicely. I love this paper. Oh my God! Oh my God! I literally can't even remember buying this. I don't know how much it was. Oh my God. Oh, it's fabulous. Oh, I'm going to have a look. Hang on a minute. Back in a second. Just had a look on my phone. I bought it on Vinted and I paid £3 for it, plus the shipping, which takes it up to quite a lot because the shipping's always more than the item. But isn't that gorgeous? Vintage brutalist textured statement choker. I love it. Yeah. Fantastic. Definitely the kind of Lord Mayor of Everywhere style. It's got a vibe going on. I'm in charge. So lovely. That's all my knickknacks. Now then, on Friday, I had a little poodle about, which was the day after that I got the car back and the MOT was done. And I thought, I just need to go for a little de-stress somewhere. And I'd read online that there was a beautiful beach nearby that I'd never been to. So I thought, that's what I need. It was an absolutely blistering day. Put it into the map and I set off. Really ready for it, like a lovely cleansing, brisk walk on the beautiful rocky beach. Anyway, I got to the destination that my sat-nav sent me to, and all I could find was a little off license in front of a sort of ramp, and there was a little old man with a dog sitting on a bench next to the ramp. So I didn't even switch the engine off. I just turned around and I headed to the charity shops in another town. Didn't get out of the car. But it's kind of lucky that I did, because what I found has completely blown my mind. And when I was in the thick of finding them on the rail, I didn't know what they were. And but I had a fantastic time with the guy who was not usually working in that shop, where I said, oh, I just want to have a look at this because I make videos of things I find in charity shops. I make videos and take photographs of fancy dresses. And he was just like all about it. He was holding them up for me. He was sort of doing little demonstrations. It was absolutely brilliant. It was just like a wonderful moment. And I bought 4. Look at this. Well, hello there. This one, it turns out, is a designer dress by a designer company called, let me just check, Christian Kohlert. I am sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Christian Kohlert. And they are a German design company based in Hamburg. And their slogan on their website is, "We don't design dresses, we design dreams." And this kind of is very dreamy and ethereal. It's sort of like a princess dress, isn't it? They say they make elegant, feminine, and exciting couture, and they're completely about the prom and the cocktail and evening dresses, and it's absolutely amazing. There's so much netting. It's just, oh, imagine the cockroaches you could collect in Hong Kong. That's a reference to another skirt I have. Oh, what a sweeper. It's a minesweeper. Beautiful colour. Is this colour called a sort of a lilac blush? Would you call it? Anyway, I think this dress cost new about £500 or £600, I think, if not more. And I've got it now. I didn't pay that for it, and I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it, but you can use your imagination. What? Oh, the sun shines on the righteous. That's all I can say. So that's that one. Next. There we are. Christian Kohlert. Beautiful. I also found this sort of incredible vintage antique style, but obviously it's modern, opera coat, and the fabric's amazing. It's by Sabina, I think, and I bought it because I just thought the fabric was incredible. There was something really individual about it. Sort of, it had an energy about it, and I loved the pockets. It reminded me of the Blackpool Theatre, the Blackpool Tower ballroom and the theatre, which is just, I mean, Blackpool is, it is what it is, but it has some incredible architecture and some real quality buildings. Old school, sort of saturated in history and fun and sort of Victorian holiday good times. And this coat has that sort of look about it. It's got nothing to do with Blackpool. That's just me. But I googled it, and it's actually by a company based in London, near where I'm from, and their ethos is ethical, innovative, and female-led. So they focus very much on slow fashion against fast fashion and repurposing and recycling fabrics and materials and individual pieces, really. And I think this one probably would have been sold for several hundreds of pounds. Obviously, I did pay that. And it's actually got a PR ticket in the back. So what I think has happened is a fashion sort of marketing company has just, released lots of its stock into the charity shops. They've had marketing promotional pieces from design houses, and they've just, given them all away in one go. Well, I've just swept them all up. But let me show you the fabric. It's absolutely amazing. So it has this sort of padded, it's like a padding. What's the name of this fabric? Oh God, my mind's too old to remember these sort of things. I'm sure I've heard it in the past. Oh, I wonder if it had a brooch. Oh no, it's not. It has sort of unusual defects that aren't defects. They're sort of part of the character of the garment. There's definitely something, special about it. So it starts with a sort of lumpy outside, and then it goes inside. So the thread's sort of all alive inside. Makes it look quite electrical. And it's got velvet pockets inside, and they're still stitched up. I don't believe the coat's ever been used. Pretty convinced it was a marketing PR piece. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And there was a woman in the shop at the time when I was holding it, and this guy was holding it up for me, and we were both absolutely cooing over it. It's really quite special. So anyway, that's mine now. Thank you. The next one is unfortunately so small it doesn't really go on the mannequin without quite a wrestle. So I'll insert a photograph of it when I had it on the mannequin, but I'm just going to hold it up this time. It's absolutely incredible. This is the plunge, and it's by a company called Amen, and they are online now, and I believe it was originally £400, if not more, and it's absolutely amazing. Amen. Amen. Sing. It's extremely heavy. I mean, you'd have to do like a leg workout before you wore this out, but you'd probably need stabilizers because it's so small. Your legs would be so slim. You'd probably need backup. But this bat wing, look at this bat wing. It's a little bit creased from being wrapped in paper. I wrapped it in paper as soon as I found out how much it was worth. Again, it's never been worn. It's PR fresh, I believe, but I'm not sure what year. But it is online at the moment. It's amazing, amazing. I'll put the picture in. So hang on a minute. I bought 4 that day, and I'm saving the last one for the finale. And in honor of the 300 subscribers, what an absolute triumph, I thought I'd get some more of my sort of prom gala dresses out of storage and show you a few more. And I kind of think that I might have bought them in that same charity shop. There's something vaguely sort of tickling away at the back of my mind. Well, there's often something tickling away at the back of my mind. And on this occasion, it's this. A what? Red carpet. You what? You what? I don't know what it is, but this screams Julia Roberts 1990s to me. Look at that. I also think you're supposed to do something quite sort of flouncy with this part. I think it's sort of like a flouncing cape. I think you're supposed to throw that bit over your shoulder as you confront the paparazzi. Like a sort of fantastic, defiant cape. But it doesn't stay. You'd have to be constantly flicking that around in people's faces like a lion's tail. Oh, it suits you, Begonia. It suits you. Yeah. She's just a little snack. I've just had a quick look on Google, and the company was set up in 1987, so that would sort of fit. I think this is probably early 90s. Amici, Milano. And the value is approximately £200. Next one I found in a charity shop is this Belleville Sassoon Loken Mulliny. Well, you can read it for yourself. And they were huge in the sort of Kensington set. Princess Diana. You know the scene. Definitely 300 subscribers worthy. Although I'm not worthy of the dresses. Look at that puddle of money. I reckon that puddle of money is worth around about £900 to £1,000, if not £1,200. That is hand embroidered silk. Oh, inherited wealth. Sorry, I was too busy staring at it to finish my sentence. Oh, so Sloan. So super duper. I think this might have belonged to Princess Diana. Only joking. You never know. The penultimate star of the show is this Marion Ross of London. Cerise Starburst is what I call it. Oh, you absolute raving beauty. You belle of the ball. You superstar. Do you know, I think I would want to wear this, but I would pass it down to my daughter, Begonia Coconut. I think this dress was designed with her in mind. I'm just trying to get far enough back for you to get a good look. Take it in. Look at it. Look at it. It's super duper fabulous. Look at that ruffle. It's like one of those lizards that puts its cape up, you know, like woof. Oh my God, I just think it's amazing. And I bought this in a charity shop for £1.99. It's not for sale. So here's the last dress. This is the last dress in the video, and also the last dress I bought in the charity shop, along with the other three. And now, I'm old. I don't need to pretend that I'm modest. I know I've got fantastic taste. Now, taste is not something that comes with money or lack of money. That's, it's not about showing off how rich you are. Taste is just taste. And baby, I got it. You know I've got it. I show it to you every week. But sometimes when you're out and about, or when I'm out and about in the charity shops and the flea markets, I go with a completely open mind, and I love good taste. And it can be worth nothing. I mean, literally worth dirt, but it's fantastic. And it's just, got a great story or a great look, or it's work of art that's just, been knocked up by someone not thinking about it. And it's with, nothing, absolutely nothing, but I still love it. Or it could be worth an absolute fucking fortune. And it just so happens that this one is. And when you're out and about in the muck and the dirt and the grime, and a lot of the stuff is rubbish and dirty and just crap, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. And you find yourself thinking, oh, is that just being, knocked up in a sweatshop? Is that fast fashion? Is it just, pumped out on a fast fashion online website? Um, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know whether this was pumped out of AliExpress on Amazon or from some, boutique in Birkenhead. Not there's anything at all wrong with a boutique in Birkenhead. From a prefabricated shopping centre, shopping precinct. Or if this was actually couture. Well, it turns out hell's bells and buckets of blood. I will walk up and down any dual carriageway with a burning engine for a £3,000 designer gown from a charity shop. Merry Christmas, Begonia. There'll be chicken for dinner. I mean, I don't even know what to do with it. Honestly, I don't know what to do with it. I don't even know how to sell it. Anybody want a £3,000 gown? By the way, it's new with tags. Look at my pot. Look at my pot. I'm a chameleon. Yay! John Close, look. Look at that. Look at these. Oh, it's so froofy. It's so froofy. It's see-through. It's super sexy. And it's got a sort of a side front split and all of this going on. It's like, it is absolutely incredible. Incredible. There we go. That's the tags. Elisabetta Franchi. Now, it has this sort of under corset section, and that closes. Is that focusing? That closes on the mannequin, which is a size 10 to 12. But I think the dress itself is probably a 6, because obviously that's a good 5 inches. So there you have it. And you can have it if you want it. For a lot of money. I don't even know what to do with it. Apart from sit here and admire it with all 300 of you. So that's joyous. As I say, yep. I don't feel bad. I feel quite righteous. And the sun is shining. So that's absolutely fabulous. I'm going to end it there because I can't top it. This has never happened to me before in my life. I'm not really a reseller. I just love finding treasure. I'm a treasure hunter, and I haven't got a clue what to do with it. So you can tell I'm just rambling about it. £3,000. Okay. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there you have it. Thank you 3,000 times over, the 300 of you. How many is that each? Is that 100 times for 100 thanks for each person? Yeah, that's 3,000. If I see you all in one go, I'll give you all £1 each. Oh no, is it £100 each? Anyway, I love you. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic week. If you haven't already and you've just found it because of the fancy dress, if you just found me because of this fancy frock, please subscribe and give me a like. Subscribe is fabulous. And even better, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Oh, tell me what was your favourite frock or your favourite item. That'd be amazing. And or maybe even better, tell me what your best and most exciting thrift store or flea market find was. It doesn't have to be the most expensive thing because I'm never going to be able to sell this. I don't know what to do with it. I'll probably just put it in a freezer bag with all the other dresses and in the cupboard and just lie in bed with the glow of knowing that I've got it. So yeah, just drop me a message. That'd be fabulous. And have a fantastic week. Thank you. Lots of love from Begonia Coconut and me, Betty. Thank you. Bye-bye. 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 I just had a brainwave. I wonder if the geezer in the garage will take this in exchange for fixing the engine coolant lead. He'd look lovely in it.